Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today I'm actually going to bring you guys a red deer guide because I know quite a few of you have been asking for this since Te Awaroa seems to be the best map for red deer. So we're going to go ahead and go over all the info that you guys will need to know, but first let's go ahead and get this guy down and see if we can get one of the others. There we go, that should be good. Actually, it was not. And he turned, of course. There we go. Finally got a second shot into him, so he should go down no matter what. Now, first off for this guide, let's go ahead and go over the drink time for them. Now, they actually do drink pretty late. It's 18:30 to 21:30, so you will need your night vision if you have the high-tech hunting pack. It will help out quite a bit with spotting these guys, and it'll make it a lot easier to hunt them since they are all at nighttime. As far as weapons go, these guys are a class 6, as you can see. I've been using the 303 for them, but you could also use the M1, the 30-06, the 7mm, 270, 6.5, 4570, any of the weapons that are able to take class 6 animals, but I would highly recommend either the 303, the M1, or the 30-06 or 7mm as your primary weapons to use on them. Because those are the guns that will have the most power to take them out as quickly as possible, and whenever you're trying to grind for a species, you do want to try and be as quick as you possibly can, so getting them down reliably is a huge part of making sure you can kill as many animals as possible during their drink time. Another thing that people really don't talk about as much as I feel it should be talked about is actually using ATVs. So a lot of times once you kill some animals, you are going to want to use your ATVs to get over to them as quickly as possible. It really will speed up the process quite a bit, and it'll make it so you can kill more animals within a short amount of time. Like, for example, we just shot all of those red deer right over here. Now, typically if this was an area where I would only be shooting a couple, we'd head over right now with the ATV and pick them all up, but this area is actually a little bit different, and we'll go over the zones for this map in a second. But for this one, I actually like to kill all of them along all their zones before I go to pick them up, so that's what we're doing right here. And I actually did used to have a tree stand here, but it looks like it fell down, so those dang beavers. But anyway, there's a couple more stags over here, so let's go ahead and take them out. See if we can get a good angle. I think that should be good. Well, we got one of them. Actually, looks like we got the other one too. Nice. Anyway, before we get too far into the video, let's go ahead and toss the map up. Now, as you guys can see, there is absolutely a ton of red deer zones on this map. Anything that you see circled in red is an actual drink zone for the red deer, and yeah, there's quite a few of them. I went ahead and circled a bunch of the lakes in pink because those are the primary locations that I've been hunting and prioritizing over all of the other ones, because I feel like these are the most consistent spots to get a ton of stags in a short amount of time. And since there is quite a few zones on this map, you're not going to be able to hit all of them within their drink time, so it really does help to try and prioritize the best locations for you. And for me, these just happen to be the best spots, and we're gonna go over a full run with those prioritized spots that I have circled in pink. So right now we're currently on the river, which you see on the far left of the map. And now that we've kind of gone over this map, let's go ahead and start claiming these guys. So there is one of them right there. We should have another one down over here. And yes, there we have a vital organ hit. But yeah, I figured we would kind of go over what a full run looks like for me. So we started here on the river, and we took out a stag here, we took out one here, then we took out a couple here. So after we claim this other one, we are going to go grab the ATV and drive over and grab the other two. And that will greatly speed up the process in claiming these guys and making sure you're making the most of your time. And I gotta say, this map has been producing quite a bit of good kills. I feel like this easily is the best map for red deer, and it's mainly because there's a lot more stags on this map, as you guys will see very shortly when we go to a couple of these other lakes. There's a couple lakes that are actually just stags from what I've seen. But anyway, now that we have picked those up, I am going to fast travel over here and grab the ATV so we can go claim the rest of them. And here is the first of the stags. This guy is a level 6. It's actually a pretty decent sized level 6 too. And one thing that I did forget to mention is that this actually was a viewer requested video. So we'll go ahead and toss that comment up right now. If you guys would like to have your comment featured in a future video, leave a video suggestion down in the comments. Make sure you put video idea in the comments so that it's easier for me to search it up. And yeah, you might have your comment and video idea in the future. I'm not sure why that sentence came out as jumbled as it did, but you guys probably understood what I meant. I'll do your video idea if I like it, is basically what I was trying to say there. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on, keep picking these guys up. Alright, well here's the last guy from this location, and I'm pretty sure that last one that we claimed was actually the respawn from that big level 8 that I showed in the last Red Deer video. I remember showing it off and we ended up not shooting it. I finally shot it a little bit after the video was finished being made, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that level 6 was his respawn, so a little unfortunate. I was hoping for something better, but this guy right here is actually a pretty decent one, and I think hopefully we'll get a good respawn out of him. But now that we've finished this location, we're actually going to head up to this one right here. And I actually just recently hunted at this one before I did the video, so we should have a fresh set of respawns, and hopefully it'll be something good. I killed a couple level 6s and I believe a 5 from here, so who knows, maybe we will get lucky. Alright, well, one of the stags ended up becoming alerted because of the wind, so I'm not exactly sure if we will be able to get this guy or not. And man, that rain just tanked my frame rate, so I apologize if it looks a little bit choppy. For some reason, I'm losing a lot of FPS at the moment, which is definitely not normal. But anyway, there he is. Let's go ahead and take him out. That is one stag down. We actually have a couple over here that we need to take down also. And there he is. I'm pretty sure there was a tree in front of him, so I'm glad that he stayed long enough for us to get another shot into him. Another thing that I actually did forget to mention is it's actually pretty important to try and put stands in every spot that you plan to be hunting quite a bit. It really will help with removing hunting pressure. I know a lot of you probably already know this by now, but using a stand reduces the hunting pressure by quite a bit. You can shoot up to 15 animals over top of a need zone without deleting it if you're using a stand, and well, that's like 4 times as much as what you would normally be able to. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy right here. And yep, that'll do the trick definitely. But anyway, as I was saying, another thing that people really don't know too much about the stands is when you get hunting pressure from killing something from a stand, it actually deletes off the map quicker. Like, as you can see, the hunting pressure from those first few ones we killed is already gone. But the hunting pressure from when we shot it without a stand is still there, so that's another thing that I really don't hear people talk about much, and it's actually really, really helpful in making sure you remove your hunting pressure really quickly. Alright, here is one of those red deer. There we go. Level 6. Kind of a strange looking one, but I mean, still a 6 nonetheless. Here is the first one that we shot. This guy, yeah, we actually hit him pretty good, so that was honestly an ideal shot. It takes it down a little bit quicker than the double lung. And here is the last red deer. This guy, I believe, was another little guy. Yeah, just a level 5, and we spine shot him. Alright, honestly, I thought he was farther away, so that's my bad there, but either way, we got him down. So next up, we are going to be heading over to this lake right here. This is probably one of my favorites, mainly because there is so many stags here. There's almost no females at all. It's pretty much only stags, and I've killed up to 7 or 8 at this lake at a time, which is absolutely insane. Ooh, I probably should not have been running, but we've got a red deer right here. There's also one behind me, but this guy's going to be the priority right now since he's about to spook off. And there we go. Let's see if we can maybe find another. I just saw him running off. Yeah, there's another stag. There's not as many of them here right now as there usually is, but that's... But that's probably because I did do a run a little bit before this, and I probably should have restarted my game because they tend to not come back if you've done a run and then reset the time, you do have to restart your game usually to get them to actually go back to their zone because of how the spook state is for them. They'll be spooked until you reset the game a lot of the time, so that's another huge tip when it comes to making sure you actually get your respawns. You do want to reset your time back to the beginning of their drink time and then restart your game. It will help quite a bit in making sure you actually get the animals to go back to their zones and get your respawns all in one. And that right there is the biggest one we've seen so far. That is a nice looking level 7. Get that guy down as quickly as we can. But as you can see, we've already taken out 3, and there was one more across the lake, but I'm pretty sure I spooked it off when I was shooting the others, so that's a little unfortunate. I actually just recently put this tent here, so I might have to change the placement a little bit. I feel like it might be too close. But as you guys know, the map is still relatively new, so I'm still learning a little bit on tent placement and stand placement, but we will perfect that with time, and one of these days I'll probably end up doing an updated guide kind of with new positions and stuff like that. So let's grab this guy real quick and then we'll jump on the ATV and grab the others. That guy is just a 5, a pretty small 5 at that. Now there is actually one more thing that I feel a lot of people actually fail to mention is when you get respawns, they don't necessarily spawn in at the exact same zone. So from time to time you will notice that you stop getting males in certain herds or at certain drink zones, and usually they just end up spawning at a different location. Like for the longest time, I only had 1 red deer stag at this lake, right at this zone right here. But then after a while I ended up actually having 4 there, so from time to time, they do kind of change around a little bit, so it is worth checking spots you don't normally go to if you're starting to notice that you're not getting as many males on your runs. But anyway, there is the biggest red deer of the day. The game crashed. Okay, well then. That's unfortunate. So it looks like what happened was the Steam servers went down, which is a little unfortunate, so it ended up closing my game. So, yeah, it actually wasn't a crash, it was just Steam servers disconnecting me from Call of the Wild. Really hope they fix that in the future. Well, anyway, we have gone to 3 of the 5 locations that I had circled as priority locations. So, the last 2 that you would really want to go to is this one down here on the river. This is the only zone I've found on this section of the river. But mine in particular has anywhere from 1 to 3 stags at it, so it's definitely worth checking out to see if you have that zone also. Then the other one is this one right here, because you do have 3 different zones, and you actually have a decent amount of stags in this area. You get usually 1 stag here, 1 here, and then I think I have 2 at this location, so it actually is a pretty good spot to go to when it comes to getting a decent amount of stags in a small area. But I think this section of the river is by far the best out of all of them, so if you don't check any of the other locations in this video, at least check along this section of the river. It is phenomenal, along with the lake above it. Now you guys probably saw that I did have a lake circled in yellow, and that's just because I have not been able to confirm if this lake right here actually does have red deer. Like, I found some around it during their drink time, but I wasn't able to actually get a zone, so I'm not 100% sure if they actually do drink there. So, yeah, there actually might be a zone there, but I wasn't sure, so I made sure to color code that a little bit differently than the rest of the locations. So, I wanted to make this guide a little bit longer, but unfortunately I don't have a lot of time. I'm actually going to be visiting Utah for about 6 days, so I do have to get a bunch of videos ready in advance so that you guys can still have content during the days that I'm gone. So normally I'd spend more time on a guide, but I had to kind of just record it real quickly, so I hope it helps you guys out at least enough to where you are able to actually get your red deer. I think we covered pretty much everything that needs to be covered, so let's just go over some of the trophies that I've got during my red deer grind. I don't know the exact numbers of how many I've killed at this point, but we've killed at least 300 red deer on Te Awaroa, and we've got this piebald stag right here. This was actually the first good thing that we got. Actually, no, I take that back. This was the second thing that we got that was good. The first thing that we got was actually this piebald stag right here in the middle. He's not super impressive, but he is a big level 6. And then that piebald that we just looked at was the second good thing that we got from our red deer grind. We ended up getting this diamond right here, a 264, and then we also got this diamond right here, which is a very strange looking one. We also found a third diamond while I was hunting with Kill Clinton during one of the live streams, but I let him have that one, so I don't have it in the trophy lodge to show off. But we have found 3 diamonds within those 300 kills, and then we found 3 rare stags, and the last one we're about to look at right now, which you guys probably have already seen this. It was one of my more popular videos from this past week, so I'd imagine most of you have probably seen it by now, and it is by far the greatest rare I've ever killed. And yeah, I gotta say, Te Awaroa has been really delivering. I do feel like it's a little more common maybe to get these good red deer. But, I mean, you guys try this guide out, let me know if you've been getting anything good from it, and yeah, leave a comment down below on what you've been getting from using this guide, because I would love to see what you guys end up getting using this guide. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little red deer guide. Leave a comment down below for any future video ideas you might have, and maybe I'll put your comment and your idea in a video. Just make sure to put video idea in the comments so I can easily search it up. And yeah, maybe you will end up winning and having your video made. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's a massive help in getting these videos pushed out to other viewers through YouTube's recommended feed, and it really is the biggest way to support the channel. So if you guys don't do anything else, be sure to like the video. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I do post daily videos along with 5 live streams a week. Like I said, I will be gone for about a week coming up pretty soon, but most of the time we do have 5 live streams a week. But for those, obviously for the days I'm gone, we won't be streaming. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!